Hey guys, hey, it's Adrian again. Welcome to another video that I'm making for Forex Society. Today what I'd like to talk about is in regards to a question I actually got from Akash. Akash sent me an email. This was his question. Other than historical trends, how do you judge and predict how a currency will fluctuate? What are the main factors that cause these fluctuations, and how easily accessible is this information before virtually everyone has their hands on it? Um, I will try to incorporate my answer around this question today. Let's go back to the chart. So how it pretty much works. When you look at a chart, um, as you remember in the previous video, we changed it to this color. So green is the bull candle that we have been changing, and red is the bear candle. Green means it's going upwards, red means it's going downwards. So as you can see, red, red, green, red, it changes all the time. This is what this indicates right here is a price, a current price of the currency, because we're looking at pound to dollar. So we're looking at the moment that at a price of £1 and 63 pence. That's how much. Pardon, $1 and 63 cents. That's how much you're going to get for every pound that you exchange. Now, as this changes, what is the reason that it changes? The reasons that it actually changes, the price changes all the time, is mainly political. And one of the reasons for the political might be that let's say, Cameron decides to step down. That will shake the political stage here in UK, and most likely will make the pound weaker. It will make it for a little while. It will make the price actually drop down, and the pound is going to be weaker because this is if a prime minister decides to step down, it becomes the economy might become very unstable, and that might be the main reason why the pound might go down. Some of the other some of the other reasons why there are the changes in the currencies are economical reasons. So, for example, let's say that Google decided to build 10 or 20 new offices here in UK, and they're going to be producing some new gadgets that the Google going to be making. I don't know, something new, extra watch, whatever it's going to be, because that would be seen as an economical gain to UK, to British market. Then the pound most likely would get stronger, and then we would see it will be rising up instead of going down as it is at the moment. That's how I see the two main reasons why the price actually changes, and we have no control of it whatsoever. What we can do, we can just simply observe it and try to analyze it and predict what's the price going to do next. Of course, that is not easy. Now, as to the question that Akash has asked me, how do we predict? One of the ways is to use actually the political events. So if there's any events going on within a particular country, you can monitor them. You can monitor them events. You can watch them. You can listen or on the radio or whatever, and you can analyze what those events are. And I'm talking about, for example, let's have a look at today. Today's events, they were, by the way, I'll show you that website later on as well. Today's events were about 9:30. GBP Purchasing Manager Index Manufacturing. You can pause it, read what it's all about. Here is the event. Here in this column tells you how serious or how important this event is. And here are the changes and predictions and etc. So if you go to the top, you got actual, forecast, previous, and you can have a look at the notes. So for example, today at 1500 hours, 3 p.m., there's a very important event, is USD ISM manufacturing. Here again, you can pause it to actually read what it's all about. Now, as this is an important event, any changes to it or any news that will be communicated to you will have a very important effect on the current price that you got trading. Now, the reason I actually looked and showed you United States flag on this event, and I said that it's very high and actually is important, is because we are, as you can imagine, trading GBP USD. So, if I want to trade this currency, I want to know what's happening in the world. So we're going to use this website. This website is called dailyfx.com/calendar. I will as well add this link to the description so you can actually select it. Go onto the website straight away, familiarize yourself right now, but don't pay too much attention to it at the moment. It's not as important as any other news or any other any other information that I will be telling you in the future videos. We will talk about it in greater depth later on. At the moment, just to answer the question to Akash, this is one of the ways you can predict what's going to happen. Second way, and which is my favorite, what I do look at the historical data. What I mean by historical data is anything that happened in the past and how the price reacted to it. And the way for me to look at it is simply looking at the chart, because chart is a historical data. It shows you what has happened. If you look, for example, select this crosshair. Now, wherever you move your mouse, you have a little cursor right here, so you can actually see exactly what you pointed at. If we look at this current level, we have something what comes with time, open, high, low, close, and volume. Let's just focus on the time at the moment. So time, 2014 0203, which is 3rd of February 2014, and it shows us 4 o'clock. Don't worry about the time, the actual hour, it doesn't really matter at the moment. But if you now move right here, that will be, if this is not going to pop up right here, everything is going to be right here. All the information is going to be shown right here. So let's move over here. Now we can see date, the year, the month, the day, the time, open, high, low, close, and volume. At the moment, just have a look at the year. So that is the 28th of January. So what you can do, you can actually move it around, go back to, let's say, 4th of December last year, and you can see what was happening then. Big jumps and etc. You can scroll, I believe it's after even a couple of years, till the 1st of October 1992. Quite a lot. Now, how do we use this information? Is actually used within trading strategies. About trading strategies, I will be talking to you later on in the future videos. Tell you all of my trading strategies, what strategies I use to make myself some extra income. Of course, they don't work all the time. There is a win-lose ratio. I would tell you then what should be profitable for you, what shouldn't be. So what strategies, if somebody is going to tell you, oh, my strategy wins 70% of the time, that's super good. But if somebody is going to tell you, well, my strategy wins 40% of the time and I still make money, then you're going to ask yourself, well, it's less than 50%, less than half. How can you make money if you lose more often? Well, there is a way to it as well. There is a trick which actually going to teach you how to use your money cleverly. But like as I said, that's going to be later on. So just go back to the question. Let me just see if there's anything else I can add to it. Other than the historical trends, how do you judge and predict how a currency will fluctuate? What are the main factors that cause these fluctuations, and how easily accessible is information before virtually everyone has their hands on it? Well, so other historical trends, as I said, political events is very important. What are the main factors that cause the fluctuations? Again, it might be economical, might be political, or even a bank can decide right now and say, oh, we want to invest, a Bank of America wants to invest $10 trillion into American economy. Obviously, as $10 trillion is quite a lot of money, that will move the price in favor to American dollar. It will move the price in favor to American economy, and will create a dollar to be a stronger currency for that time. Of course, bank don't always say, wake up in the morning and say, hey, today we're gonna be playing with dollar, or tomorrow we're gonna be working out euro. That doesn't really happen. They're heavily regulated and heavily controlled. So because of that, people like us who are not working for the banks, who have no access to trillions of pounds or trillions of euros or dollars, can actually still use this information to make some money. And how easily accessible is information to everybody? Well, as you've seen, you've got historical data, all the trends and the trend analysis. This is called technical analysis. It sounds serious. Technical analysis sounds very, very serious. Trust me, it isn't. It's super easy. It's very, very simple. I'll show you all about it. And the website right here, that's one of the websites I'm using, which is dailyfx.com/calendar. If you go to dailyfx, just select economical calendar, and right here you're gonna be the second website you can go for is economy calendar through Bloomberg. There we go. Not the fastest internet connection, as you can see. This also shows you events within the week, the dates, months, and etc. As I prefer the previous website that we've been on, dailyfx.com, as it just seems to be a bit more clearer and user friendly, especially for somebody like myself, or I don't pay too much attention to the events that are happening currently on the markets. I use the website simply to find out when these events happen. So for example, today at 3 o'clock is very important news for the US economy. And what I will do with this information, I will simply try to refrain from trading at that time. The reason for that is because very important events can cause a very big changes in the price. Like here, we have a very, very big jump. So for example, as you can see, it was slightly going lower. People were perhaps somebody who was not really aware what was going to happen with the next few hours said, if it is going to go lower, I'm also going to start selling it to make some money on it, because it's going to go lower. But then there was some very important news released, and you can lose all your money simply because you didn't know when it is happening. So they can go completely against the market. Those news can change the market rapidly, very quickly, within an hour or so, and that's what happens. You can lose your money. Again, what here? That might have been have some very important news, and etc. Now, don't be so scared when I'm just telling you, oh, you can lose all your money just because of one simple news or a simple event happening in the market. Certainly, it is true that can happen. However, I will show you techniques or strategies, what techniques or strategies to use to make sure that you will not lose all your money, that will actually manage your portfolio well and be profitable at the end of the day. Okay guys, I think that will be it at the moment. There will be more videos coming soon. I will tell you actually how to use the software properly, what most of the buttons do, and what we're going to be using them for. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel as well. Go onto the Facebook and like and subscribe and follow the page that we have created for Forex Trading Society. Again, all this information is going to be below in the description bit. Thank you guys for listening. If you have any questions whatsoever, leave a comment underneath the video or send me an email and it will be all done. Thanks for your time. Have a good day. Bye bye.